New year, new intro. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to the One Star Week Foot Show. Welcome to the One Star Week Foot Show.
Hello.
We got player reviews and we got much more.
We do.
We got player reviews and we got much more.
And
I review players all the time, dog. Everyone is fire like a Yule log.
Fire.
We trying to get some views like a blind man.
I can't see.
Shout out to my subs, they are gang.
Good evening and welcome to the One Star Week Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Week Foot, and it makes me so happy and so humbled to have you back on the channel today. So, first things first, I got to say a big thank you. A big shout out to Wayne for letting us use his account, and he's letting us use his account in order to test a card that I can't even afford on either one of my accounts right now, and it's gonna be this 91 rated Pele card. And when you look at this card, when you look at what he bought it for 2.85 million. I mean, that kind of tells you what kind of card you're gonna get. And it also begs the question, is he gonna be worth the coins? What does this kind of coinage get you in this game? So, he's 5'8". He has the high medium work rates. He's right-footed with a 5-star skills and 4-star weak foot. I have played, well actually no, I haven't played, but he's played 50 games. He's gotten a very good return on him here with the 44 goals and the 25 assists. Personally, I think I played 6 games in Rivals and I got about 7 goals, 0 assists. And before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, please do me a favor, hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home that's been watching the videos, man. It really does mean a lot to me. So, we'll look at this Pele card. I mean, he does look like a very meta attacker. I mean, obviously, he's going to have the pace. He has the skill moves. He's not too tall at 5'8". So he already has that in his favor. His finishing, his shooting stats all look very well rounded. His passing stats look amazing. And his dribbling stats are second to none. Physically, he also has some good stats. 88 stamina, 88 jumping. But the big thing here is the 72 strength. Because a lot of players that have these kind of dribbling and pace stats don't really have the strength to go with it. So because of his strength, I guess, or I predict that he will be able to ride the challenge better than the Neymars and the Garinchas of the world. So, without further ado, we're going to jump into the gameplay. I'm going to take you over to our review specialist in the studios, One Star Weak Foot, and he's going to tell you if this card's worth 2.8 million. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. So, sell the house, sell the car, liquidate your funds, because this Pele card is going to be costing you 2.8 million coins on the PS4 market. I mean, dear Lord, what a price on a card. Is he worth that money? And I would have to say, it's kind of hard to say. If you're the kind of player that does have a decent attack around him, and by that I mean you have at least a Neymar, a Messi, something like that around him, then I could say yes, maybe he is worth the money. However, for most people who don't have the many coins on the game, I would say 2.8 million is a bit exorbitant. We're gonna break down the stats though, so you know exactly what to expect at home. So first we're gonna talk about the pace. He has 94 pace, 94 acceleration, 94 sprint speed. How does it feel in game? And in game, this guy is very quick. He's definitely quick enough to beat the defensive line. He definitely feels very quick on and off the ball, and he feels very good accelerating out of the skill moves. What I did notice though is he is still a touch slower than the Mbappes, the Gelson Martins, the Daniel Jameses of the world, but he's still very quick in his own right. And overall, I gotta give his pace a 9.5 out of 10. It's definitely very good, and it's definitely one of the good things about this card. Next, we will be talking about shooting, 89 shooting, and in most cards, that's amazing. But on this card, you're like 2.8 million, 89 shooting. What am I really saying here? And what I would say is that in-game his shooting felt better than the 89 that it does say on the face card stat. First off, we are going to be talking about his attack positioning. It's 92. We boosted it to 99 with a Hawk Chem style, and in-game it definitely felt maxed out. I mean, this guy was always making dangerous runs. He always seemed to be open in dangerous areas, and he was just always drifting, making the opposition's defenders work, and it really made this card very nice and very hard to defend against. His finishing was boosted to 96 from 91, once again with a Hawk Chem style. And in game, this guy felt like he had maxed out finishing. He has one of the best shots I felt on this game, and it tells a lot because I was playing in some really horribly delayed gameplay, right? And Normally in that kind of gameplay, I have a hard time scoring goals. But what I did notice with this Pele card is if I got the shot off, it was always going in. A lot of the times I couldn't get the shot off due to the delayed gameplay, but whenever I got the shot off, that thing was hitting the back of the net. It didn't matter if it was a left foot, a right foot, a finesse shot, a power shot, a low driven. This guy was hitting the back of the net with all kinds of angles, all kinds of shots, and it was really a sight to behold. His shot power 84 is a bit questionable. It was boosted to 94 with the Hawk Chem style, and I do think in game it definitely was noticeable. His long shots are very good. His volleys and penalties, of course, very good. And overall, I gotta give this guy shooting a 9.5 out of 10. It definitely is better than the stats suggest, and this is what I've heard from other players who've used the card as well, so I know it's not just me. Next, we will be talking about his passing, and this is one of the things that really make him a well-rounded card. He has the pace, the shooting, he also has the passing. And overall, I would say his passing is definitely good enough to play the cam position. He has the long passing, the short passing, the vision, the curve. All of his stats are very nice, and it makes him a bit of a playmaker. It makes him hard to defend against because you can't lay off him. You can't get too close to him. He's going to keep you honest in both regards. And overall, I got to give this guy's passing a 9 out of 10. Next, we will be talking about his dribbling, and this is a very important stat in FIFA 20. In order to be meta, you need to be a very good dribbler. In order to be worth anywhere close to 2.8 million coins, you need to be an amazing dribbler, and this guy is one of the best dribblers I've used on this game. And what I really noticed about him is not necessarily the agility and balance, because you already know, just looking at the stats, this guy's going to be very light, very responsive on the ball, which he was. But what I really noticed with him is that he was able to tightly turn. He has a tight turning radius, so he could just stop on the dime, turn, shoot, stop on the dime, turn, shoot. And he's very hard to defend against because of that. His ball control, dribbling, composure are all top notch. His 5-star skill moves are an added bonus, and his body type definitely lends itself well to being agile, but at the same time not too weak. Overall, I gotta give this guy's dribbling a 9.5 out of 10. I will say he's not quite as good as, or not quite as tight on the ball as somebody like a Garincha, but at the same time, he's still one of the better dribblers I've used on this game, and it definitely adds to the overall offensive ability of this card. Finally, we will be talking about his physical, and actually, I'm gonna touch on his defending a little bit, all right? One thing that really surprised me about this card is that when you press or when you're tracking back with this card, he was actually able to put in a challenge. He was actually able to win me possession a bunch of times just by pressing opponents. So that's one thing to add. But now I'm going to talk about his physical. It's 73, and on the card, he does have some good stats. 88 stamina is definitely essential in order to be worth that money, because you can't be paying 2.8 million coins and not be having over 80 stamina. It's just not a thing I want out of a card. He definitely lasts all game, either at the cam or striker positions. His jumping at 88 is something not to be overlooked. He can win you some headers. He can keep the opposition honest in areas where he has open header, but heading is dead, so I don't really think it's that big of a deal. His 72 strength definitely showed in game, and that's what separates him from the Neymars, the Garinchas, the other cards on this game that are really great dribblers. He's a great dribbler, Pele. Pele is a great dribbler, but at the same time, he has the strength to ride the challenge, so it makes him that much harder to dispossess. It makes him that much more capable of getting onto 50-50 balls and second chances, and overall, I gotta give this guy's physical an 8 out of 10. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? I think definitely this card's one of the best attackers you can get on this game. It's hard for me to justify the cost of 2.8 million coins because you already know the things you can buy with 2.8 million coins. I mean, you could get a Team of the Year Mane, you could get a bunch of different Team of the Year cards, you can buy a combination of different icons, different top tier cards on this game. But if you're rich and you want a card that's going to be the focal point of your attack, I think he's not the worst purchase in the world to make for that money. I mean, what is he bringing to your team? He's pretty much bringing the total package. He has the pace. He has a better shot than expected. His passing, of course, is going to be great. And his dribbling and physical together make him very hard to dispossess. He doesn't really have any major weaknesses at all. And overall, I got to give this guy a 9.5 out of 10. He's one of the best attackers I have used on this game. Alright guys, so that's going to be my 91 Pele review. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. Hopefully you guys found it enjoyable to watch gameplay of this card, because this is a card that a lot of people will never get to try. I don't even think I'm going to be able to try him on either one of my accounts. So once again, big shout out to Wayne for letting us hop on his account and borrow it real quick just to try this card out. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, later.